Shalom. I give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the brothers, the elect brothers, that's teaching, truth and sincerity, and to the ones that's not fully woken up yet. I pray you guys wake up soon so we get the fuck up out of here. And hopefully, I'm an elect brother. But so I'm doing just a quick sit down about the Exodus. I was watching the apostles videos, and I think it was like a last week video. He was just talking about the Exodus and how there's evidence on it, and it's true. There is evidence on it, even though we don't go by evidence, but the Bible is true. It's evidence on the Exodus. If you guys don't know what the Exodus is, you got to read the book of Exodus. No, but it's about when the Hebrew Israelites, us, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, was captive under the Egyptians, and the Lord Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, his son, had raised up a prophet named Moses, and he basically used him and Moses and Aaron to lead us out of our captivity, the bondage of the Egyptians, and did it with all types of wonders and miracles. And first scripture I'm gonna get before I play this video, I'm going to get Psalms. I'm gonna get no, matter of fact, I'm gonna get Exodus 14 and 16. Is this it? Right, alright. So this Psalms 14 and 16. But lift up thou up thy rod, and stretch out thy hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry land through the midst of the sea. That sea was the Gulf of Suez. A lot of brothers, that's what the apostles bringing out, the Gulf of Suez. I have it in post production. And that's what it is, And behold, will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. Right. These Egyptians had drowned, in the Gulf, in the Red Sea, and that's basically north. The Gulf of Suez is basically like, I believe it's north from the Red Sea, but I have it in post production to show y'all, and it actually looked like it been divided, meaning it was like, So I'm gonna play this video, then and do some commentary.
In of 2000, a robotic camera was lowered into these waters for the first time.
This has never been done. No one have been in the area at all with a remote control camera.
Right, thou has become wiser than Daniel. These devils. What they do, see, they don't have faith. We don't need evidence, even though there is. But this thing of ours is based on faith and trust and truth, and we sincerely believe in this with a sincerity heart. Like, So, and just to prove that, this is Hebrews, Hebrews 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right, our evidence is the faith. We got faith. Our evidence is the things that's not seen. That's the thing that's our faith, man. You know, we have faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, and everything that's written in these scriptures are true. We believe that, yes, we do. So we don't need no fucking camera to go to the sea to find any fucking thing. But for well, not any fucking thing, but just finding. We don't need that to happen, for me personally to believe. I'm just doing this just for truth and for truth's sake. Even these devils know that the Bible is true, because they gotta find evidence. Our evidence of things that's not seen. We keep playing it.
The robotic camera's survey revealed many shapes and objects familiar to Moeller, including coral formations with right angles, arches, discs, and straight shafts, fused into larger masses that had the appearance of twisted wreckage.
Right. Because they finally, they found what I read in Exodus, which I'm gonna get another scripture. I'm gonna get this Psalms. Let me get Psalms. Salaki, y'all, just bear with me. Psalms. What is it? Psalms 106. I'm gonna just start at verse 1. Praise ye Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Give thanks unto our power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, for he is good, for his mercies endure forever. Who can utter the mighty acts of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua? Who can show forth all his praise? Blessed are they that keep judgment, and do the righteousness at all times. Remember me, O Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, with the favor that thou bearest unto thy people. O visit me with thy salvation, that I may see the good of the chosen, of thy chosen, that I may rejoice in the gladness of thy nation, that I may glory with thy inheritance. We have sinned with our fathers. We have committed iniquities. We have done wickedly. Our fathers understood not thy wonders in Egypt. They remember not the multitude of mercy, but provoked him at the sea, even at the Red Sea, right? Even when we was at the fucking sea, man, fucking niggas, us people, us tribe, us brothers and sisters, they was talking shit to Moses. Like, man, so what? You brought us out here to die? You gonna let it drown? But they understood not the wonders. Nevertheless, he saved them for his name's sake, that he might make his mighty power to be known. Right? His mighty power is known, and this is proof. This is wreckage. They just said wreckage, right? I'm gonna rewind it.
Of twisted wreckage.
Of twisted wreckage.
The larger masses that had the appearance of twisted wreckage.
Twisted wreckage, meaning all them chariots, all the Pharaoh army who pursued the Hebrew Israelites, Moses and his company, They got fucked up in that sea, man, you know? For his name's sake. He didn't do this. He did this to exalt his name, his mighty name. You know? This is verse 9 in Psalms 106. He rebuked the Red Sea also, and it was dried up. So he led them through the depths, as through the wilderness, man. And he saved them from the hands of him that hated them, and redeemed them from the hands of the enemies. And water covered their enemies. There was not one of them left. He destroyed them with twisted wreckage. What we seeing now, twisted wreckage that had got covered in coral. You know, it's just it got covered. I'm gonna keep going. And the water covered their enemies, right? The water, it covered them. It covered them. This is dropped up twisted wreckage. It covered them. That shit became part of the sea. You know? This is verse 12. Then believed they his works. They sang his praise. So that's it on that. I'm going to keep going.
Now, when we have been able to go back and forth with the remote control camera, we can repeatedly see that these strange structures we are looking for are there. Not at one place, but you see them again and again and again.
Right, you see them again and again and again. Because there was many, you got to understand, the Lord hardened the Pharaoh heart. You know? I'm going to just get this scripture real quick. This is Psalms 9 and 1. I will praise thee, O Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, with my whole heart. I will show forth all thy marvelous work. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing the praise to thy name, O thou most high. Goddamn right. I'm showing his works right now. He fucked the whole goddamn army up. He hardened the Egyptian hearts, man. I'm gonna show forth his marvelous works, man. This is his marvelous work. He destroyed the fucking Egyptians that was after us, man. And you goddamn right, I'm gonna do a sit down about these goddamn devils, man. These motherfuckers had us in fucking slavery in Egypt. Fuck Egypt, man. Egypt mean house of bondage. So you know what? Here it is. And all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Because I'm a Hebrew Israelite. So it was one point of time in my life, I was in that motherfucking Egyptian getting whipped and shit. And now I'm here doing a sit down how y'all got fucked up. So fuck the Egyptians. You know? So what it said though? It said in Psalms 9 and 2, it say, I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praises to thy name, O thou most high. You goddamn right. We was singing. We was singing in Exodus, man. We had a song for that ass. But before I get the song, I'm gonna go back to Exodus 14, and I'm gonna get 13. No, I'm gonna give Exodus 14 and I start at 25. And took off. Oh no! I'm sorry, 24. It makes perfect sense. I'm sorry at 24. This is Exodus 14 and 24. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the clouds, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels And that's their chariot. These the wheels of the chariots. The chariot wheels. He took off the chariot wheels that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for Yahweh fighteth for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua fighteth for them against the Egyptians. The Most High fight for us, man. He fought it for us. And this is marvelous work he did. It's an honor for me to even talk about this right now, man. Knowing that that was me, us, that was us, the children of Israel, in bondage there. And now here it is. We can make a sit down about how much they got fucked up. So let's keep going.
There are situations where you see something that looks like an axle, a hub, something that looks like a wheel.
Uh-oh, something that look like a wheel. What? Hold on, what? Hold on, let's rewind it. So some simple motherfucking scoffers come on here and start talking shit.
Something that looks like an axle.
An axle.
Something that looks like a wheel.
A wheel.
And you say to yourself, this is not a coral reef. This is a coral growth on an artifact.
Right. Like I said, their chariots came a part of the sea. You know? That's curls that just grew on it. Like, you know how rust grow on, you know, it corrodes iron. That's all it is. In the sea, curl just grow on it. So, shit. Here we go. Alright. I'm gonna finish up soon. I'm gonna start at 27. No. I'm gonna get Exodus 15. I'm gonna start at 1. And it's that song that we sang. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, and spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, for he had trumpet gloriously. The horse and his rider have he thrown into the sea. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is my strength and song, and he become my salvation. He is my power. I will prepare him an habitation. My fathers, my power, I will exalt him. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is a man of war. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is his name. Pharaoh chariots and his host have he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. In the depths have he covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. The right hand, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, is become gloriously in power. Thy right hand, oh Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, have dashed in pieces the enemies. And in the greatness of thy excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with a blast of thy nostril, the waters were gathered together. The flood stood upright as in heap, and the depths were congealed, which means settled, which means dark. It was curled, meaning like a wave, in the heart of the sea, meaning like the thing it congealed, meaning it curled, you know. It curled them, meaning it smashed them, you know. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword. My hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind. The sea covered them. They sank as lead in the sea. Mighty waters. Who is like unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua among the gods? Who is like the glorious in his holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchest out thy hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto the holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestine. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. You motherfuckers gonna learn the fear. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua, man. Y'all gonna learn the fear, man. You motherfuckers. All you nations gonna learn the fear of the name Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua, and his people. Y'all gonna fear the Most High Yahweh. Abinah, that's our father, his son Yahushua, Hamashiach, and his people, Yasha Allah, Israel. In that order, you know, shall be amazed the mighty men of Moab trembling, you fucking goots. Trembling shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan, you fucking Africans, shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them by the greatness of thy army. They shall be as still as a stone till thy people pass over. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua, till the people pass over which thou hast purchased. They shall bring them in and plant them in the mountains of thy inheritance, in the place, O Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary. O Lord, which thy hands have we established. Alright, that's all I'm going to read on that, man. So I'm going to finish this video up. I think y'all get the point now.
And that is what's different to me when I compare corals at other locations around the world.
Since the earliest explorations at Nueva, one distinctive type of formation has often been identified on the sea floor. A slender, table-like structure, sometimes standing on end, with a coral-encrusted base, a straight shaft, and a circular top.
It's a 90-degree angle, a right angle between something that looks...
Tell me that's not a wheel of a chariot. It's a wheel.
You can see this in different varieties, and it looks very different.
It's a fucking wheel, look.
And it is like a man-made structure with a coral growth on it.
In the midst of them, Pantian photographed this circular object attached to what appears to have been a broken axle or hook.
Broken axle. All praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua for destroying them fucking Egyptians.
Pantian had documented the coral-encrusted form of a wheel with the
hey, you Edomite next. You fucking Edomites. You fucking Dukes of Edom. You fucking next. You piece of shit. All you Edomites, men, women, and child.
Independent confirmation of earlier evidence establishing wheel-like formations on both coasts of the Red Sea, in accordance with descriptions in the biblical record.
And the Lord looked down on the Egyptian army, and he made the wheels of their chariots come off.
Hit their ass with a scripture afterwards. And this is Micah 7:15. According to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I show unto him marvelous things. The nations shall see and be confounded, and all their might. They shall lay their hands upon their mouths, and their ears shall be deaf. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, our power, and shall fear because of thee. Who is... Alright, now I'm going to go. Because I'm going to get the spirit. I'm already in the spirit, but I'm going to keep going. So, man, you motherfuckers got it. Y'all, see, y'all can kill us. Y'all can do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But y'all going to fear Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, man. You going to learn You can't kill our power. You can't stop our power, man. You can't stop him. He's too great. He's too great. I'm too strong. He's too strong. You know? So, fuck the Egyptians, you know? That's why y'all Egyptians so fucked up now. So fuck you, Polite, and Sarnet and all your fucking Egyptian friends, you know? So, once again, I give all praises to the glorious and the honorable and the holiness Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, man, who's the power of Yasha Allah, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the brothers that teach in truth and sincerity. May the elect, may this be the year, man. Sure, I'm always wishing for the, you know. So, you know, so death to America, of course, just like it was death to Egyptian. Now it's death to the fucking America, and the Lord gonna do you motherfuckers worse. He gonna make the Egyptian captivity. I mean the way he done Egypt look like child's play compared to what he finna do to you. I got one word for you: missiles. No. Shalom, brothers.
In the spring of 2000, a robotic camera was lowered into these waters for the first time.
This has never been done. No one have been in the area at all with a remote control camera.
The robotic camera's survey revealed many shapes and objects familiar to Mueller, including coral formations with right angles, arches, discs, and straight shafts fused into larger masses that had the appearance of twisted wreckage.
Now, when we have been able to go back and forth with a remote control camera, we can repeatedly see that these strange structures we are looking for are there. Not at one place, but you see them again and again and again. There are situations where you see something that looks like an axle, a hub, something that looks like a wheel, and you say to yourself, this is not a coral reef, this is a coral growth on an artifact. And that is what's different to me when I compare corals at other locations around the world.
Since the earliest explorations at Nuweiba, one distinctive type of formation has often been identified on the sea floor. A slender, table-like structure, sometimes standing on end, with a coral-encrusted base, a straight shaft, and a circular top.
It's a 90-degree angle, a right angle, between something that looks like an axle and the wheel. And you can see this in different varieties, and it looks very different from normal coral growth. And it is like a man-made structure with a coral growth on it.
In the midst of them, Pan Tien photographed this circular object attached to what appears to have been a broken axle or hub. This discovery was significant for two reasons. Pan Tien had documented the coral-encrusted form of a wheel with dimensions similar to ancient Egyptian artifacts, directly across from the proposed Nuweiba crossing site. Her find also provided independent confirmation of earlier evidence establishing wheel-like formations on both coasts of the Red Sea, in accordance with descriptions in the biblical record.
And the Lord looked down on the Egyptian army, and he made the wheels of their chariots come off.